Self-deception on the job, the unseen barrier to workplace success. Every year, I find myself returning to a book that has become a cornerstone of my understanding and leadership development, a guide that keeps me anchored in the often turbulent waters of workplace dynamics. This book deals with self-deception, a subtle yet powerful force that can derail even the most well-meaning efforts, especially in environments where teamwork is crucial. I've seen how self-deception can sneak into the lives of skilled blue-collar workers, supervisors, and managers alike, shaping their actions in ways that have far-reaching consequences. The nature of self-deception. We've all been there, convincing ourselves that a small mistake isn't a big deal or that our way of doing things is the only way. This is self-deception in action. It's not always about outright lying to ourselves. More often, it's about subconsciously protecting our egos or avoiding discomfort. But in the workplace, especially in industries where precision and teamwork are essential, this behavior can lead to significant problems. Take, for example, a skilled welder who has been on the job for years. He might tell himself he doesn't need to double check his work because I've been doing this forever. It's easy for him to justify skipping a safety protocol or ignoring a colleague's suggestion, believing that his experience makes him infallible. But this kind of self-deception can have serious consequences, not just for him, but for everyone relying on the integrity of his work. So what are some of the different faces of self-deception in the workplace? Over the years, I've encountered many forms of this. Here are a few that stand out, particularly in the blue-collar world. First, I'll call the overconfident craftsman. This is the skilled worker who believes their expertise is beyond question. For instance, imagine Rick, a veteran mechanic who's worked on every machine in the shop. Rick's been at it for decades and knows every trick in the book. But over time, Rick starts dismissing new techniques or tools, convinced that his way is the best way. He might ignore a younger colleague's suggestion to use a more efficient method, thinking it's unnecessary. This kind of overconfidence can lead to overlooked errors, strained relationships, and missed opportunities for improvement. The next one I'll call the perfectionist supervisor. This is the supervisor, and we've all met him, who sets such high standards that they become paralyzed by the fear of not meeting them. Take Susan, a quality control supervisor at a manufacturing plant. She insists on every detail being perfect before a product goes out the door. While her commitment to quality is admirable, it often leads to delays because she's too afraid to sign off on anything that doesn't meet her exacting standards. Her team feels the pressure, deadlines slip, and stress levels rise. The solution? Emphasizing progress over perfection and breaking tasks into manageable steps can help supervisors like Susan maintain high standards without stalling the entire operation. And this is one that I've been guilty of, I think, at times, called the busy martyr manager. This is the manager who takes on too much and wears their overwork like a badge of honor. Consider Tom, a site manager at a construction company. Tom prides himself on being the first one in and the last one out, taking on tasks that could easily be delegated to his team. He believes this shows dedication, but in reality, it's a form of self-deception. Tom's overwork leads to burnout, and his team feels both guilty and resentful. They're either overburdened by his expectations, or they are left feeling undervalued. The fix here involves setting healthy boundaries, delegating tasks appropriately, and recognizing that a well-balanced team is far more effective than a single overworked leader. The next type I call the disengaged bystander. This is a worker or manager who convinced themselves that they really cannot make a difference, so they don't even try. Imagine Karen, a skilled machinist who notices that safety protocols are being increasingly ignored. Instead of speaking up, she tells herself that it's not her place to enforce rule. That's management's job. But by not taking action, Karen contributes to a deteriorating safety culture that puts everyone at risk. The solution? Empowering every team member to voice their concerns and take responsibility for the workplace environment. And then the yes man foreman. I've had one of you. This is the foreman who agrees to every request from upper management, regardless of how realistic it is. Picture Mike, a foreman in the busy warehouse. When his manager asks him to double the output of his team without additional resources, Mike says yes without thinking it through. He doesn't want to seem uncooperative or incapable, but by agreeing to something impossible, he sets his team up for failure. They're overworked, deadlines are missed, and morale plummets. The answer lies in fostering honest communication, where limits and boundaries are respected and goals are set based on realistic assessments of what can be achieved now. Well, how do we go about breaking free from self-deception? To overcome self-deception in the workplace, the first step is cultivating self-awareness. It's crucial for everyone, from the shop floor to the corner office, to regularly reflect on their actions and attitudes. By identifying where we might be deceiving ourselves, we can start to make the changes necessary to improve both our work and our relationships with colleagues. Open communication is another key strategy. In blue-collar environments where teamwork and precision are essential, creating a culture where workers feel safe to voice their concerns or suggestions is vital. This means setting ground rules for respectful dialogue, actively listening to others, and focusing on solutions rather than assigning blame. Regular feedback, both positive and constructive, helps keep everyone aligned and aware of their impact on the team. Leaders in particular play a crucial role in breaking the cycle of self-deception. Whether you're a site manager, a foreman, or a team lead, your actions set the tone for the entire crew. By embracing an outward mindset, one that prioritizes the well-being and input of others, you can inspire the same in your team. This ripple effect of transparency and accountability can transform and has transformed workplaces from one of hidden frustrations and unspoken tensions to one where collaboration and innovation truly thrive. This is why I return to this book, Leadership in Self-Deception, every year. It's a roadmap for anyone looking to build a better workplace. It shines a light on the blind spots and biases that can distort our interactions, whether we're on the shop floor or in the boardroom. It challenges leaders to confront these habits and create environments where genuine collaboration and innovation are both possible and expected. The lesson I take away every time is simple but profound. Everything we do has an impact on those around us. Recognizing and overcoming self-deception isn't just about personal growth. It's about building a work environment where everyone, from the skilled craftsman to the top manager, can succeed. And that's a lesson worth revisiting year after year after year. Remember, leadership matters, and especially your leadership. Until next time, this is Henry Chidgey signing off. See you soon.